Alright, here we go. Ampersand yep, okay. The weird type of encrypted. Yeah, alright. Okay. So. Alright, this D is not allowed to be 0. So it's gotta be 1 or 2 for this particular one. Which means this particular E can't be 0. So it has to be 1 or 3. Because it can't be 2, right? So if this D is 2, then the E has to be 3. But alright. Oh wait, B is 0 and 1. And that's all that it allowed it to have. Okay. That might be something. Wait, C is either 0 or 3. This C right here only has... Oh wait, well, this C is either 0 or 3. Yeah. Okay. And same with this one, actually, as it turns out. Alright. This one, okay. But the point is, if this particular C is 0, meaning, like, let's say that's just not a mine, right? Okay, that forces D to be 1 and also that to be mine, right? And now, at that point, E is also 1. Oh, but that's not allowed, is it? Ooh, get wrecked. So, actually, this is a mine, and that means all these are also this. And now, well, okay. And in particular, like, if this isn't 1, then that causes this D to be 1, and it forces the E to be 1. Okay, so this is also a mine. So that D is 2. This E, therefore, must be 3 as a result. Yes, okay, good. Okay, this A already has 2. It's allowed to be 2, but it's also allowed to be 4. Okay, this F, what are we looking at? Okay, again, 2 or 4. In much the same way. Alright, Alright, so how's this go? That would mean this C is 0. And same with that, right? Now this E, which can't be 0, now have to be 1, and same with, well, no. Oh, this C already has 1, which means it has to have at least 3 on it. But that's still, like, very possible. Okay. Yeah, that means this E has to be 1 in particular, so that kind of does all of this, doesn't it? Okay. This is gone, this is gone, this is gone, that's gone. Okay, so... Oh, this is interesting. If F is equal to 2, that means A can't be? Oh, okay. But then A would have to be 4, so both of these would have to be mines. And that means this F would actually have to be a 4, so F would have to be both 2 and 4. A would have to be 4. It would not be allowed to be 2. And that's about the extent of consequences of that, isn't it? Okay, so... But if the F is not 2, then it's 4 anyway. Wait, what? What was this? Oh, yeah. Right, so that just means in this case F is always 4. And if the A is 2, these are both gone. But the F can't also be 2, so this would need to... Okay. So actually both A and F are 4 in this case, like that. Now, I don't know if that is always the case. Is that just required from this? Yes, it is. Okay, so we do have that. Alright. Furthermore, they both actually have to achieve said 4s. Yeah, okay. Now, what other options for D? I don't have 3, 4, or 5, so actually just that does it. Okay, cool. Same with that. And now, these are 0, 1s. Oh, they're Bs. B didn't appear until way after I'd already determined what it was supposed to be. This already has 2 right now. Right. But this says that I can only have at most 1. So it can't have 4. It also can't have 3, so it has to have 2. And that means this. Alright. Okay, sure. You still going? Okay. So if this has 0 on it, that would force this to have at most 2, and at least 1, which it's not allowed to have. So actually, this one isn't 0, it's actually 3. But since this isn't allowed to have 4, it has to have 5, and that makes the other possibility for CV5. That does this, that does that, this does that. There we go. Yep, okay. There's 3 mines left. 2 of them have to be in here, and 1 of them is there. And that means it's like this. Okay. 8 by 8 time. Anything blatantly obvious? No, not yet. Well, this A can't be 0, so hello. Okay, so that was something that was blatantly obvious, as it turns out. Not many things that can be 6. This E, what do you have to say for yourself? What can E be? It can't be 1. And that means this F can't be 0. But it also can't be 1 or 2, so it has to be 3. But this E, okay. But this E could be 3, so there could be 3 here. But this F can't be 4. Like, okay, so I know that at least. I know that that particular F is 3. Okay, I know that much. But I don't really know the other contents of this stuff here. Okay. This, okay. B? Nope, nothing. E? Each has some stuff. It's either 0, 1, or 3. Oh, wow. This G, okay. C and B, nope, they're pretty much completely open. Alright, so let's say this isn't it. Then you have this situation, right? H is 0, 3. You don't really know how that helps anything, does it? I don't know. Alright, what about this E? Does it say anything? Oh, I don't know anything about E. Well, it's either 2 or 3. This particular E isn't 0, I know that much. So it's either 2 or 3, but I don't know which of those 2 it is. Oh, that's an interesting... So for example, if A is equal to 3, or like A equals 3 is the other option, right? That would eliminate all of this stuff. That would force E to be 2 and 0, and also H to be 1 and 0, thereby eliminating like everything else for all the other stuff. Oh, and that just takes out D entirely. So literally just through sideboard movement, that can't be a thing. And now what else? What else would have the same effects? What really did it was taking out this row. Wait, right? If I take out this row, then it forces this and that. Oh, it forces both of those. So that means what really did it was taking out both the E and the H at the same time, I think. Oh, wait. No, but if I allow D equals 3, then that can... yeah, because this takes out both these rows elsewhere. So these are out, at least. But I suppose D equals 3 is possible? It would force D equals 4 as the other option, though. So let's try that, right? you'd get this situation. Oh, also this is gone too. Yeah. Okay. And then this is gone. And that's it. Right. And that would mean this particular B has to have 3 mines. So this B has at least 3 mines on it. It needs a 4th. So 4 or 5. Okay, whatever. This E now has 1. E can be either 0 or 2, so it needs just a second one. Alright. Oh, in this case, this E is 2, so it has exactly 1, which means this needs to both be mines. Now this B also has 3, and it's not allowed to be 3, so it needs 1 more. C is either 2 or 4, which, okay. Yeah, I'm not seeing any problems just yet. H is 0 or 1. G is at least 2, okay. This, okay. But this B requires another mine here, so this G needs another one beyond that. Right? Yeah, because that'll make it have 3. And so, but it could have 4 or 5. Yeah, no, I don't really get much from this actually. As it turns out. At least I don't think I do. Maybe I'll look into saying H equals 3 as a thing. See what that does. That'll force E to be that, and H to... Oh no, it doesn't force that. What does it force? Oh. No, it doesn't. Okay. Obviously, D can't be both 0 and 1 because that would completely eliminate H, so that means D equals 4 has to be a thing then. But if D is not 3, then this is a 0 or 1? The point is, what is the point? H is 3. Okay, this E is 2. So that F is... okay, it's 3. This is E. E is over here. Maybe this would be more forcing, so to speak. Kill this, that forces this, and now these are out. Yeah, okay. That does a lot more things. So now D is 0 or 4. Oh, wow. That means those are all gone. B, its minimum is 2, so that means these are both here. That eliminates these possibilities, forcing G to be either 4 or 5, eliminating these. So this G has to be 4. But that puts 2 on this H, which it's not allowed to have. That's a contradiction already, therefore, okay. I mean, this might cause problems, right? just by virtue of the fact that, like, oh, D, there needs to be 4 things among those 3, right? 2 in each of the D and H columns. But, like, there's only space for 1, 2, 3 among all those spaces. So yeah, that's... But that also means you need 3 among the D and H 0, 1, 3, right? Because H needs 2 and D needs 1. That makes all 3 of these, so that eliminates everything else as 0 and 1 possibilities. Okay. And that means... Okay, well this doesn't... Well, it never did anyway. Right, that was known already. Okay. Knowing the other possibility for D tells us a lot. Okay, so let's say this is its other possibility. That's going to do this. And if D is 0 is this other option, then that happens. And B is 2, eliminating all of these. G is 4 and 5. These are both 9s. The 4s are now gone. This G has to be 4. H could be 3, so we need a 3rd one there. Okay. Wait, C is at least 5 in this case? Well, that C only has 4 spaces, so good luck with that. So that's not allowed. Wait a minute. So if C is equal to... Wait. If C is equal to... No, if G is equal to 2, then it's also 4... Oh, wait, no. If A or B is equal to 2, it takes out both C and G for that, forcing G to be 4, which eliminates C from being 4. But now C is either 5, 6, or 7, but there are C's within the 4 spaces available all over the place. So yeah, that means either C or G must be 2. And also either C or G must be 4. Whichever one isn't 2... Wait, yeah. Because, like... If this G isn't 5, for instance, then it's 2 and 4, thereby eliminating both the C's options there, which is not allowed, so we have this. Oh, H is the only other 0 option? Because D couldn't be 0, that's right, okay. Okay. Well, this... Okay. Oh, B must be at least 4. So if this is a 1, if this D is 1, for instance, then these are gone. This B can have at most 3, and okay. So that's a big deal. It means this, and therefore that. And that means that's like this. This B now, okay. But either C or G is 4, right? Wait. If C is 2, then G can't be 2, and then G is 4. If G is 2, or if C isn't 2, then it has to be 4. Okay. So either way, these are eliminated. Alright. And if B can't be 4, then this one says it must be 5. Okay. C is either 2 or 4. This has 7 spaces, so if it's a 2, that's allowed if everything else is a mine. But this A cannot have 2 mines on it, actually, because the only other options are 6 or 7, which can't fit there. So this is a 1, actually, which means we actually need C equals 4, and all of these are mines, so that the 5th one, well, could be here or there. Okay. And if that's the case, then G equals 2 is the other option. So this needs to have 5. This needs to have 2. This is 0 or 1. Okay. But this is going to have 1 here, right? So if there's 2 here, for instance, in the case this being a 0, let's say, then we just need 2 more among these 3, which, like, okay, that's allowed. Okay, we need 1 more here, 1 more there. 1 or 2? Oh, wait, this is 0, 2. Oh, so I know that both of these are mines at least. Okay. It's telling me that I can know 1 more thing. Ah, yes. Okay, it's 5 or 7. Okay. So this is it's a legit one. Oh, and the other options for C are way bigger than 4, so actually, yes. Okay, cool. And what are you getting at here? Okay, F is at least 3, and C is at least 4. I guess that's what I have to go with, maybe, in this area? For instance, if this is the mine, it kind of kills all of that, doesn't it? From this A, and then the 5 and 7. This C only has 3 spaces left. Okay, yeah, so that's it. Okay, because this needs a second mine, that means neither of these are allowed to be. Okay. Sure. Oh, I still get no new sideboard information. You can't have all of these 3D mines, so this C is most definitely not a 6 or 7, it's literally a 4. Furthermore, could this F be... Could technically be a 6, okay. What about like this though? What does that do? Fills all of those. This must be that. This needs 1 more, so we need 3 among those, or 2 among those 3. No, I don't know if that really does much, unless... I mean, that makes this F a 3. And this C, well, either... I need 2 of the 3 in here, so at most 1 can be missing from these 2. This F needs 3. It's gonna get... hold on. 1 from the C, because if this is a mine, so is that, and that completes the C. But if that's a mine, then neither of those can be, and that would be forced to complete the C. So either way, this F will get 1 from the C. Okay, so that forces this to be a mine. Oh. I'd be like, oh, well, that's quite the coincidence there, isn't it? Because... But no, not quite. What about you? Now this has a second one, so... Oh. That would be this. Oh, but it's... Is it fine? No, it's not fine. Oh. And that kind of means since 1 is here, there's exactly 1 among those two. Or why did I erase all that? Okay. So there's 1 among those two, 1 among those two, 1 among those two. One among those 3. At least 1 among these 2. 1, 2, 3. Ah. But there's exactly 1 in here, exactly 1 in there. So you need all 3 of these, because you can't have just 2 in here, because at least 1 of these 2 has to be. Yes, okay. And if that's the case, that kills both of those. Alright. Okay, this is a 1 and that's a 2, so there we go. That means, okay, that does this, that does that, which does that, that's fine, that's here. Well, it can only have 1 more, and that forces a 6th one here and therefore a 7th one there. There's 1 mine left in this whole shebang. It's gotta be there. Alright. Oh yeah, D can't be 0, so it has to be 1. Alright. G also can't be 0. Is there a G somewhere with only 1 space available? No. Well, this F is either 0 or 1. Okay. I don't know which of the two it is. H, what is H allowed to be? Anything. This F? Oh. Oh, it's either 1 or 0. This A isn't 0. And this E is anything. This H, what is it? Oh no, H is anything. G is also anything except for 0. Okay, if F isn't 1, then this F is 0, kills all of these. This A is forced to be 1. So we're putting this here. This particular H, yeah. It's kind of just fine, as it turns out. Wait, but it also would kill all of these. But then, yeah, no, that's not a big problem, is it? No, not at all. Not even close. Oh, wait. If this particular H is 0, then that would make a contradiction. Unfortunately, that doesn't preclude H from being allowed to be 0. Because there could just be a different value for H that this one is using. So H has to have a non-zero value somewhere. It's so weird that they gave me like no sideboard information to start with. Usually on the boards they give kind of a lot. Okay, I mean, the only thing I can think to do is something with the F, because that, like, eliminated a lot of possibilities. That's where most of my sideboard information is. Well, also A and G can't be 0, but, like, that doesn't seem to be able to do much of it. Alright, let's say F's not 1. Alright. Look at all of this crap. Okay, now A is 1. Oh, that eliminates everything else from being 1. Because D already is a 1. And that means this G has to have at least 2, so it would do that, not that, this. Yeah, and also actually G is equal to one of them. And that means there's one here, at least. That's only provided that that is 1 as well. But this H can't be 1 in this case, because there's no 1 available. But if the G is 2, this particular H would have to be, well, I guess this G could be 3. Even if that one is only 1, this one could still be 3. But this H has only 2 available. And this G needs to be 2 at least, so that means at least one of these has to be, meaning this H can't be 0, so it has to be 2, and both of these have to be mines. And if both of these are, well, G could be 3, but that takes away the possibility of anything else being something. 2. Yeah, that. And this means, well, this particular H has 3 right now. And so that means H can't be 0. It either has to be 3 or 4, depending on if this G is 3. So that means, oh wait, never mind. This G has 2. This one has 2. This G can't be 0 or 1, so it actually has to be 2. So that means this C is not 0, it is at least 3. This G has 2 right now, but it can have more. This H has to have at least 2, so it needs one more here at least. Which means, again, this G needs to have more mines. It's going to have either 3 or 4 in both cases. Or, well, in this case, and that means it can't be 5, 6, or 7. And so this one can't be 5. And if the H, okay, at least one of these is. So if this G is 3, then that would not be a mine. Oh, H still can be 3 as well. Okay, hold on. That's a bit different. Okay. Oh, we used either 3 or 0, so these are either all or none. Oh, if G is not 3, then H has to be. Because this will be forced out too. So if G is not 3, then H has to be. And if G is 3, then these would have to be safe. Oh, this could only have one more. Oh, right. It would force, yeah, okay. Oh no, this could still be a 2. No, it can't be, because this H needs to have at least one more. Okay. Oh, right, okay. Oh, you would either force H to be a 4 or a 3 if G was 3. So that means 5, 6, and 7 can't be anything at this point. Or, well, H cannot be those. Okay, so they can't be 4 and 4, but they could potentially be 3 and 3. I think. This particular, yeah, okay. E. Oh, this E has 1, so it has to have at least 3. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't really see anything else here, so that's... Alright, now let's say this. That is going to take out all of those. Okay, well... Interesting. So that gives me all of the sideboard information that I can get. So now there's gotta be something on the other board. On the main board, that is. That, can give me something. This A has to be at least 2. Same with this G. Ah, this A, right, you still get this, and then that has to be 2, because this F can only have 1, and that kills both of these as well. Okay. The F could potentially have 0. Well, actually, no, it can't. Not this particular F, because this A needs to have 2. And this F cannot have 2, 3, or 4. Right, okay. So we do get that. Now this A is 2. This G is at minimum 2. And same with this one. Okay. I can't have both H and... Okay, this particular H can't be 0. So it must be at least 2. But since this G must be at least 2, and they can't both be 2 because A already takes one of the 2 possibilities, that means this H has to be at least 3. And furthermore, this must be a mine. Wait, no. Because if this G is 3, that H could also be 3. But either way... no. Does there have to be one that H is equal to 3? No. It doesn't have to be. This H, the F will give it, maybe it gives it 1. But maybe it doesn't. Wait, if H is 2, then G can't be. which would mean this particular H, even if this H is 2, that G, or that H has to be, this H would have to be 3. At least. It could be 4, potentially, as well. Let's just try, like, say this isn't a mine. Then G is 2, these are both mines, these are out. Oh, H can't be 2, therefore this particular H has to be 3. These are both mines. Wait, this is claiming that something... Oh, right, because G and H could just both be 3 and be completely fine, actually. Yeah, okay. Maybe the case... I should just do cases of, like, oh, G is 2. Wait, no, but they don't have to either one. Okay, what about, like, this? That would force both of these to be mines. This H needs a second one. H has to be equal to 2 as one possibility. That's a contradiction. Okay, gotcha. Alright. What? Oh, okay. Oh, because it only had 2 spaces, and yeah, alright. Fine. Okay. Oh, a lot of things are happening. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay, that contradicts my markings. Okay. What am I looking at here? Okay. Yeah. So I know this is in particular 1. This needs to be, okay. Oh, it can't be 3. Okay, so you have this. This, okay. A is either 2 or 4. So this is a 2. This must also be a 2. So this is a mine. This E, okay, it could be 4 or 5 or anything. Does that matter? At least one of these has to be. So this G has to be more than 2. Okay. Could potentially be 4 or 5. Oh, this. Yeah, okay. Because it couldn't be a 1 because it already had 2 mines next to it. It only had 4 spaces, and the lowest available space it could be was that. Okay. Oh, okay, so this has to be 4 or 5? Yeah. Okay, so if this H is 4, that makes that a mine. It precludes G from having the possibility of being 4. It forces that to be a mine. But if this isn't a mine, then that has to be 4 anyway. So either case, this is a mine. Alright. Also, that means either G or H is 4. So all these can't be. Okay, this C has to be at least 5. Oh, this G, yeah, it's either 4 or 5. Okay. This either all of these are mines or none of them are. E, this can't be 0, but it needs to be at least 3 then. If this needs to be at least 3, then all these 3 have to be mines. And that means that can't be, because E can't be 4. This now, okay. Okay, this would make this G5, that H4. That would force this H could be 4, okay. This 1, 4 would now need to be a 4. It has 3 right now, okay. Okay, maybe a more interesting idea is if that isn't a mine, it forces all of this. C is now 6. This G is a 4. That makes this G a 4, which also makes that G a 4. This 1, 4 needs 2 more. This is a 4, so actually that's not a mine, so now both of these are. Not a contradiction. Hmm. Ah, that means C is 5, and that means this is a thing. Because you can't have both of these. And that means exactly one of these two is a mine. Because if this is a mine, it just makes G5, so this will need one more to begin with. And if it's not, it makes G4, so this will only need one more. Yeah, okay. And that means exactly one of these two is a mine. If that's not it, then that can't be either, which would force that to be a mine, but if that is it, then that would have to be a mine. Yeah, okay. Oh, hey. Yeah, there, found it. Huh. Okay. Now, when I made these markings... Oh, that makes G4, which is consistent with this. Okay. But what if G is 5? Does that cause problems? What we'll do is this. These will die. That's not a mine. That makes C5. Okay. is both of these mines, thereby getting rid of that. But G was 5, and that's a contradiction. And that means this, actually. Okay. That in particular means that H is not formed. Yeah, okay. And what will that do? It does that too? 2 mines somewhere. This, one of these two. This says one of these two. This, yes. Furthermore, if it's one of these two, that means that one has to be as well. Alright, cool, cool. Alright, sure. 2 mines left out of the bunch. Okay, this supposedly tells me where they are. One must be in here, and one must be there. So if that isn't, then that is. That makes that not. And then you need one in those 3, but that'll be determined by that, which, alright. I only have 9 minutes for this. I don't think I'm going to make that, but we'll see. Okay, well, this B can't have 7. So it has 0 or 2. This H cannot have 0. So this particular B cannot be 0, therefore it must be 2. This H, okay. This so if this H is 2, then those 2 are dead, but whatever. F has to be at least 2. Can something be done with that? It also can't be 3, not that that matters much. This D can't be exactly 1, nor 3. So one of these 0 or 2s has to be a D, or yeah, one of those D's has to be, one of the things for D has to be 0 or 2. Which means the same can be said about this. This C can't be 1, it could be 3 though. It could be 0, it could be. This E can be anything. Okay, this D can't be exactly 3. Oh, yeah, okay. And also, the most it can have is 3. So actually the most this can have is 2. So if D can't be 2, that means this D will have to be 0, which is going to do that. This B will be forced to have 2. That also makes this H have 2, which is going to kill all of that. And guess what that means? That means all of these cannot be, because the other situation is where this is an option, which makes 2 in that row, thereby eliminating everything else in the row. So that's cool. What else we got? This E must have another one here somewhere. Okay. This A is either 0 or 1. Oh, this D would have to be 0. And, well, f has to be at least 4, so that's actually a contradiction. So, yep, okay. This has 4 spaces right here. So if the f isn't 4, then it's 5, right? And so we'd have to do this. It's gonna kill this. This A has 3 right now, it needs to have 5 or more. Doing so will put 2 on this D. So 1's here, the other one's there, that kills these. Since H can't be 0, it has to be 1. This B already has, so that takes this out. There's 1 on these 2. Furthermore, yeah, okay. Okay, does he has 1 right now? It's allowed to do that. C, ooh. C can't be 2. If C is not 0, then it's 3, and this has 3. This D already has 2 now. This E has 1 right now. It can't have 2, but it could have 3. Alright. This E has 2, so it needs a third one at least. Oh, but I guess one interesting thing is if this C isn't 3, then it would have to be 0. That kills this. This D can no longer fit 2, so it has to be 0. Thereby killing that. This E can't be 0, so it has to be 1, so there's 1 here. And then any C that doesn't have 4 spaces available must be 0 in that case. But all of them do. Oh, that means this A, well, it can have 5, potentially. Okay. Oh, this H has to be 1. Yeah, okay. And that means 1 of these has to be, yeah, okay. Which means this A has to have 1 on it, so it's not 0, but it could still be 5, potentially. In particular, because this has to have 1 that's not in range of the H, yeah. Yeah, I don't think I want to have that assumption on the board. Oh, Yeah, these F's both have 5, and they have to have at least 4 lines. With 5 spaces. What about this G? Nope, it can be arbitrarily large. This E? No, can't do anything. Interesting idea. C is 7. Then it's either 0 or 3. You wouldn't know which. Okay. Oh, it'd have to be. Oh, wait, no, because D could still be 0. Wait, this particular A must be at least 2, because this F has to have at least 4, which means at least 2 of those 3 have to be. Okay. Which means this A has to have at least 5. But only 2 of those 3 can be it, which means this A has to have exactly 5. So actually, that A is 5. Okay. And furthermore, since one of these has to be missing, that means all of these 3 have to be. And it also means that there can't be any here. And that also means one of these has to be a mine because only one of those can be, and this B will need a second one, which means that one has to be a mine as well. And then there's a safe spot somewhere. And this F very well could be 5. That's allowed. There aren't any other A's on the board. That's unfortunate. Well, this E has to be at least 1 because of this F. So this E is not 0. Well, what does that really tell me now? Can't be exactly 2, so one of these is the other head. Well, technically not even. Okay. Oh, if this is a mine, then only one of those 2 can be. But this C has to be either 0 or 3, so if exactly one of these is missing, it's over. And so actually, yeah, okay. I just unlocked a new wave, so, and it's past an hour. I'm not going to finish this anytime soon, I don't think, so we're just going to call it there. I'll have to finish this up next time. I mean, we're getting pretty close to 50 episodes, so I might try to drag it out to have 50 episodes in it. Unfortunately, like, this is the last, like, combination, unless I count, like, every possible combination in this, but, like, we're not doing that. And so, I don't know, maybe I'll do, like, vanilla instead. That might be fun, or something. I don't know. Can I go in the settings and be like, stop using progress with the prequel? Lol. Let's clear one level to unlock everything else. Okay, let me do that real quick. Okay. Well, oh, we're not done yet. Yeah, alright. Yep, okay. Yeah, sure, okay. There's one left. Okay, there you go, there you go. Alright, now it's back. Okay. I guess I could just do vanilla and even go up to exclamation point and or double exclamation point. just to get there, but alright. That'll be it for today. So, thanks for watching. Avoid out.